Now at noon, families impacted by gun violence, many worrying about their safety. Atlanta police on the hunt for suspects following several overnight shootings. Atlanta News First Blake Devine live with the First Alert breaking news tracker outside Atlanta Police headquarters. And Blake, we've learned that a teenager was killed in one of those shootings.
Don, sadly, an 18-year-old man lost his life during a deadly shooting at an apartment in southwest Atlanta. It was one of 5 separate shootings that took place overnight, prompting plenty of police investigations as we've witnessed a spike in gun violence and crime throughout the metro. Police surrounding this scene at the 3390 apartments in southwest Atlanta Monday night. Officers arriving around 9:15 after receiving reports of a shooting along Fairborn Road. There they discovered an 18-year-old suffering from a gunshot wound. They rushed him to the hospital, although he later died. Our crews caught up with a woman who lives at this apartment complex.
It's scary. There's kids out here. I really wish people would put the guns down. I just feel like this generation right now, it just needs a lot more help and more guidance because, guns are not the way to go.
Hours later, several shootings took place across Atlanta, including this one near Magic City, where one man was shot near the neighborhood corner store just across the street from the Greyhound bus station. Police tell us the man who was shot apparently walked over to Magic City to call for help. He was then transported to Grady Memorial Hospital, where he's expected to survive. All 5 of these shootings were separate incidents and completely unrelated at this point in time. We are still waiting on police to release any information about the suspected shooters. Reporting live from Atlanta Police Headquarters, Blake Devine, Atlanta News First.